Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is the Manchester United versus West Ham match preview. By gentlemen, it is also the morning after the defeat to PSG, which I'm still not over yet. I've had my tea, I've read the news articles, I've watched the videos, I've been on social media. Now I'm still fuming. I am still fuming. You know, I I want to smack Oli left and right. I want to smack Fred left and right. I want to kill this team. This team, he got me on the ropes. It's got me on the ropes. I'm on the edge, boys. I'm on the edge. I'm starting to get really annoyed these days because it's the same thing. I always said that yes, Oli can win games. Yes, this team can win games, but come that fourth or fifth game, we will lose. We will slip up. We will be back to square one, and now we are back to square one. So before we get into the West Ham stuff, I just want to ask you guys about how you're feeling. Now that you've had to sleep on it. Well, if any, we did spend a long time doing the show. So yeah, what do you guys, your thoughts? Has anything changed? Have you guys, thought about anything that you didn't mention yesterday or want to mention today?
Not really. Just still massive disappointment. Like, I'm not gonna act like we're never gonna lose games. We will lose games,
Yeah.
especially to teams good teams like PSG. But it's frustrating when you lose games because of stupid decisions, and that's what I took from last night. Ole made some stupid decisions, and it cost us at the end of the day. And I made it very vocal last night as well. I'm gonna back this manager, but he makes it very difficult because it's the same cycle over and over again, and it just feels like what end really. So it is quite disappointing.
No, definitely. At this point, it's just when we go on the streak, we look really good, we look hot, we play an attractive football, and then we fall off a cliff and we can't string two passes together the next game. And that's just kind of the feel that Ali gives off, the inconsistency. Because it's not even just our results alone, it's our performances on the football pitch. Because if we're still performing and we could see the vision, I think a lot of us would be 10 times more supportive. If we still saw everybody giving 100%, those quick 1-2s, if we saw that coming into PSG, we would have been a lot more. Yeah, Ali's got this. He's
Yeah,
found what he wanted to do.
like
We
if
can give him
Oli
time.
played Donny, started Donny yesterday, and he
Yeah.
did take off Fred after that yellow card incident thing. We could have been like, you know what, it is what the centre backs you couldn't do anything about it because Tanzebe couldn't play anyways because he's suspended. But you did the right things. Is what I'm trying to say. You did everything that they gave us the best chance of getting a result in that game. But he didn't do that. And like we
Yeah,
said, decision
exactly.
making was awful, poor, and yeah, we ended up in that route. But that is the past. This is the next game. We look on. We must move on. Football moves on. Just because we lost last night to PSG doesn't mean this football's just gonna stop and the end of the world is around the corner. But it goes on, and it's time to rectify your mistakes. I think that's the right word. You rectify. I hope that's the right word. Hopefully I'm not
Yeah, it
big deal.
is.
But yeah, it's time to rectify the wrongs, Oli. It's time. We've had enough. We've had enough. We're sick and tired of seeing Matic. Sick and tired of seeing McTominay. We're sick and tired of seeing Fred, McTominay, and Matic. It is time to show that you have some balls in your pants. To put it lightly. I use it as a metaphor. And freaking play and go of how Manchester United are supposed to do. Put your best possible team and go for it. Don't make the right decisions. And if you still end up losing and you still end up losing your job, I'll respect you a lot more than I have now. So and now we are playing West Ham. And before we get into it, I must say, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, please do smash a like, please do comment, and all that juicy things down below. But let's get straight into it. First of all, I'm gonna ask Clayton. Clayton, I know you are a big West Ham advocate. I know you love West Ham. They're your,
Yes,
they're
you're
your
alone. Well, Ali makes me sad.
yes, you're on loan to West Ham. They're your small team that you like the season in the league. So yeah, boy, tell us about
Also,
West Ham.
Southampton.
Yeah, and Southampton. But Clayton,
Yeah.
tell us about West Ham, bro.
Well, the league table says enough, boys. They're sitting in fifth.
Mhm.
It's West Ham. They're sitting in fifth right now. They're having an amazing season. They have started off so well, and very, very small slip-ups here and there. They've looked very dangerous in every game they've played. They just started a bit slow with the Arsenal fixture, and they just haven't turned back since then, really. Beating Leicester, drawing Spurs, drawing Man City, and 2-1 against Liverpool, which is a very close game. They are a big, big threat, and we cannot underestimate them. And I'm very scared going into this game with the form that they're in. They look very dangerous right now, and especially with Antonio coming back from injury
Oh
for this
no.
game. I'm pretty sure.
Oh
I'm
no.
pretty sure he's fit from what I've seen. We're in trouble.
It is a problem. That is a bit problematic, to be honest with you. It's very true. But another thing, Moloto, I'll ask you this now also as well. West Ham, it's not only what just Clayton said, we all know they're in good form. We all know the table. I will read you the proper stats just now. Got the table and everything in front of me. But David Moyes is the manager of West Ham United. Yes, they played one more game ahead of us. So the stats are we both got 5 wins. United and West Ham both got 5 wins. West Ham's got one more draw, and that's why they're fifth. But like for West Ham standards, it is very good. And considering that we have the basically same type of stats as West Ham in the league is a bit. I mean, it says it all. But yeah, David Moyes, our first manager post Fergie era, is the manager of West Ham United. A manager we probably is the worst out of every manager we've had since Ferguson. Arguably, Oli could be worse. I'm not gonna say anything like that, but Oli, debatably, you can say Oli's worse. But let's talk. I want your thoughts on David Moyes, number one, and number two, because I know you trying to back Oli. If Oli loses to West Ham, ex-manager of Manchester United, what are the repercussions, boy?
Oh, to start with David Moyes, I think from what I hear, you hear the English pundits talk, ex-footballers. Apparently, he's a very good tactician. We don't see it because it really hasn't beared any fruit. But apparently, when it comes to the tactics, he's really spot on. Yeah, and the fact that West Ham fired him, then they felt that they had to get him back. I feel like it says everything. And this season, he's transformed this team. They're not perfect yet. You can still see that they're still getting there. But I feel like over the last few years, West Ham have had the good players, but they just couldn't back it up with the structure. I feel like it's the first time now it looks like they're actually playing like a team and not just a bunch of talented players trying to make something happen. So kudos to West Ham. Not West Ham. Kudos to David Moyes and West Ham. And yeah, I guess he's a threat, but to be honest, I feel like this is a game we should be winning. This is a game we definitely should be winning. If we do everything right, the thing is you lose games. We lost to PSG. Man City will lose when they were in the 100 points team. They will lose games. Liverpool lose games. But what makes champions or a really talented side is how you bounce back. We can't now lose to PSG. Fair enough. They're a decent team. Then go lose to West Ham. That just shows us problems. The fact that you crumble so easily after losing a game, that can't happen. So this is the game where we have to bounce back. And I think we have too much firepower for them, in my opinion. And I think if we play the right players, we play Donny. If we don't drop Cavani, which if he might get a ban, but I know Ole, because we lost during the week, he might want to change everything, rip everything apart. Cavani's not playing anymore because we lost that game. That's the only type of thing. We don't play McTominay. We play the right players, and I just think, yes, they're a talented outfit, but much like Southampton was last week, I think we have too much talent for them. I think we have too much firepower for them. So, yeah, if we lose, I don't know. I'll say it after the game. I honestly don't know, but it won't be a good image for it.
No, I mean it won't. I mean I can read you the headlines now. Ex Manchester United manager, absolutely schools current Manchester United manager. I can tell you exactly my reaction. I'll be like, if David Moyes can pull one over you, and you're a manager of Manchester United with way better players, you deserve the sack no matter what. That is an ex-Man United manager. He is arguably our worst Manchester United manager of all time. He's arguably the worst. And you just simply cannot afford to slip up. I would even say a draw is unacceptable in this game. It has to be 3 points for certain. It has to be 3 points guaranteed. I understand West Ham is in good form. I understand they're actually overachieving. But we are Man United. Let's not get it. Let's put some respect in our name. I know there's not much of that going around. People don't fear us. But we need to go back to those levels. And how do you get that back? Is a question, because like you said, we need to bounce back. And I do agree with everything you said. First of all he needs to pick the right team for one, the right formation, the right tactics, the right mindset, and he has to pick one of the most important things I always say about Oli is that I know he's tactically not good. You know, his tactics are not there. So what you have to do is you have to pick your most intelligent footballers on the pitch, and you know because intelligent footballers will attract intelligent footballers. They can make something. You know, the chemistry will be there. So, gentlemen, before everything, I messaged you both, and I said today's whiteboard is not a prediction. You know, it might say predicted 11 on the top, but it's not a prediction. It is a demand and it is a statement. We'll touch on it. The first thing I'm gonna ask you both, just straight up answers. If you seen that Manchester United team, would you fear it if you were West Ham?
Yeah, no, definitely. Pogba, Don, and Bruno in the same team. The pace of Martial and Rashford. Like, who wouldn't fear that team? I feel like any team in Europe would be slightly worried about that team. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Clayton, would you fear that team?
Yeah, definitely. The only thing right now is Martial's form is atrocious. So playing Cavani is still very threatening nonetheless.
That's the thing.
I
So now
still
I'm going to
think-
touch on it. The only reason I have not put Cavani on that board is because he cannot play 3 close games together
Yes, he
for 90
definitely-
minutes. So he cannot. And I also feel like we don't know about the ban, whatever he's going to get. At the moment, there's nothing said and done, so we could very much play. But you're asking for trouble, in my opinion. If you're asking for trouble if you want to play Cavani for the whole game, maybe start him, but then you have to take him off at halftime. And I know Oli won't do that, so I'd just rather not have Cavani start at all yet. I'd rather be able to have that option to bring Cavani on
Definitely, yes.
for Martial if we need something. So, you know, that's just the whole situation with Cavani. That is the reality of the situation. Whether or not you have your decisions on Martial's form, whether or not you have your opinion about how good Edison Cavani is, the fact is he cannot play 3 games back to back in close proximity for 90 minutes. The age is not against him, his fitness against him, and his injury record is against him. So, you know, that's the other thing, right? But yes. The other thing is that the second question I'll ask you, we as United fans, if you seen that team, does it excite you? Yes or no?
Yeah, it does excite me. Look, Worth is always nice, but we can't afford Worth, really. So, I think that's the most
Okay. Oh,
I think it's
Well,
a
look, it's
very
exciting team we can
Three.
put out, to be honest.
okay, yeah.
On the weekends, yeah, but that team is still pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
it's still a very threatening team. The only thing that I think all United fans would look at again is your sign of weakness. That's probably the only thing off-putting about this team in any way. Otherwise, it's very attractive. It looks like we want to dominate a football game from minute 1 to minute 90. That's what that team looks like, and I doubt we'll even come close to having that attempt against West Ham.
Exactly, and that is the problem. Because whether or not that team plays that, I can pretty much 99% tell you that that will not be the team. I can tell you.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, Ole just does what he wants. You know.
I tell you
this
what,
formation,
bro,
6
if Oli
players,
picks that team
the next is
against
this
West
one.
Ham, I'll give him instantly. I'm giving him an 8. Like or in my head, he'll already be on an 8. He'll already be on an 8 in my head if he picks that team. But I can pretty much
Yeah, but it's not
guarantee that.
McTominay.
But the issue then is
It's not
what if Pogba
McTominay.
has a
He
poor
started
game
on
when
-5
he's 10?
from the.
No.
What
What
do
if
you
something like
think,
that
Zach?
happens? What if we start Pogba, he has a poor game, and he
Exactly.
does something like gives away a pen again? What
Well,
if he
that
has
is
a
the
big
risk
oops?
you're gonna have to take. That is a risk you're gonna have.
Yeah, we're gonna have
I
to-
can't tell you much. I can tell you this much. I prefer Paul Pogba way more than I would take a Matic, than a McTominay, than those two, because that's the only real other positions. The other 3 midfielders, they deserve their place. So, but Matic and
Yeah.
McTominay, oh lordy, I can't.
I feel like Manchester is a shot for him, especially in this type of game. You know, when we're not playing. West Ham is pretty quick. But
Yeah,
they're
it
not
would.
the
You know, it
quickest in
wouldn't
the
put me
league.
past that. What Oli does is he puts Matic by Fred, and then Fred by Pogba.
Yeah.
But then I don't think Donny plays. Donny won't play. And that's why I put an NV by Donny, because you know what? If there's ever a player that needs to start this game, it's Donny van de Beek.
It's Donny.
And will Donny van de Beek play this
Donny.
game? I'd say
Mm.
40% chance he plays this game. Because
Like,
there is.
what's wrong with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
That's what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying. In Ollie's head, Donny van de Beek is nowhere on the picking order. It's number one Bruno Fernandes, then it's probably Fred, then it's probably Pogba, then it's McTominay and Matic, and then Donny van de Beek. He will pick those other 5 midfielders ahead of Donny van de Beek.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Like Donny has been behind Bruno, probably our second best player in the last few, and maybe, yeah, definitely our second best midfielder. So it just makes no sense not to pick this guy because he improves us. So yeah,
And
I think that team can work.
yeah,
You know, defensively, Donny can put a shift in, and Fred and Pogba. Offensively, Pogba will always be a star. You know, so if you just give him that responsibility and just tell him to lay off the defense a little bit, he can give a shift.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. People, that's why I want to address this issue as well with Donny. That's why NB, he's the most important player for this game. He is the most. I know Bruno. Well, Bruno is Bruno. You know, we don't have to touch on Bruno. You know, we know how important Bruno Fernandes is. But with Donny, he unlocks everything.
We might.
He unlocks everything. And
We
I want
might
to address
lose
this now
the midfield battle without Donny.
because I see a lot of United fans saying that they don't want to see Donny also because they don't trust that defense and they don't think he's defensively as good as McTominay and Matic. That's a lie. That is a lie. I mean, he's way better than them defensively and offensively. Offensively, it's not even a competition, you know. And defensively, can you name a time Donny van de Beek has gotten dribble past and every time he's played for Man United? Because I can't.
Yeah.
Can you name a time Donny van de Beek has misplaced passes? Because I can't. Can you name a time Donny van de Beek was not tenacious, did not look like he gave a shit, and was not a leader? Because I can't. He is a
Look, I guess
midfielder.
I guess Matic and Fred have a shout defensively, but definitely not McTominay. He's way better than
definitely not
defensively.
McTominay, yeah.
And like I said, I feel like we might lose the midfield battle if we don't play Donny. Because with Pogba, yes, he's a good midfielder, but he takes too much time on the ball. You know, he doesn't do those 1-2 passes, get the ball and release quickly. He doesn't do that. He doesn't keep the midfield moving. So I feel like we need Donny. I
And
feel
the
like
other
it was
thing-
evident in the first half against PSG that Donny van de Beek wasn't playing.
Another thing, Clayton, you can also, you can have your thoughts on this, is that, this team, it looks like the most ridiculous team, and I know people have the questions about defense, but if there ever was a game you're going to play a team like this, is against West Ham. West Ham are known for that back five. They are known to try hit people on the counter. They are known to sit low and then attack you quickly, right? So, it's not the best, but if there ever was a time you play a team, this team here is against West Ham, what would you say? You think this team would be too weak with the way West Ham play, or do you think it's perfect for the way West Ham play? You muted, boy.
Sorry, I thought I unmuted everything.
There you go.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, I think the only real points of weakness to consider is the centre backs.
Oh, well,
Because
that's why that's
Antonio is gonna put a shift in against Sindorf and Maguire,
exactly.
and we're gonna be very worried, to say the least. But I think the midfield is definitely more than competent enough to do something against this West Ham team. It should be. There's no reason why it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It should allow us to play expansive football. It should allow us to attack from minute one. It should allow us to break them down. And it's a big should at this point, because we don't know if Pogba is even going to play. We don't know if Donny's going to play.
Yeah,
We don't even know
these
if
two
Bruno's
players
gonna
right here,
Bruno should.
they
we don't even know.
aren't starters. Donny and Pogba
Yeah.
are not starters for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which is the biggest problem, which is why I address it. This is not a prediction. This is a statement. I'll say it again. This is a demand from the United fans around the world. We want to see it. I think I don't know many people would not love to see a team like this. And like you said,
Admittedly,
the
only
weakness
issue
is
Pogba as well.
Yeah,
Because
it-
of
yeah.
form. That's it.
that's it. But he's a quality. He's intelligent still.
If you
We
bring
seen
him out,
Pogba come on
he's
yesterday.
gonna be your best
And when
player,
he came on yesterday, he had one moment, but that one moment was brilliant. It was nearly,
He's a
the
talented
moment of
player.
magic. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
literally the
exactly.
moment of magic. And again, it's not even like we know why do we don't want Pogba to play. It's because he's very inconsistent, and when he's asked to do the defensive role, he can't do it. But when you have Donny, you don't really need him to do that. And when you have Fred, I trust Fred. I trust Fred enough. I know what Fred's going to give me. I know he will be tenacious. We've seen he can be disciplined. So Pogba just needs to have that license to bomb on. Go for it. Go for it with Pogba. And that's problem.
Playing next
because
to Bruno.
you can try West Ham can try to mark Bruno out the game. I still got Pogba and Donny. What are you going to do? Then you can try Mark Donny out the game. I still got Pogba and Bruno. You can try Mark
If we
Pogba
play
out the game.
Scott and Fred and Bruno's marked out the game,
Yeah, then
we're
it's over.
actually
Then
gonna
it's
get
over.
dominated.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So at least
Yeah.
one of those two, either Pogba or Donny, has to play. I would prefer Donny van de Beek. He's the most important. I
I'm gonna
think.
see Mata play, boys. I'm ready.
I would
I'm
cry.
ready.
And
for
like you
this
said, Claire,
truth.
yeah, I would cry. But like you said, the weakness is there. It's always there. I put it all the time on the whiteboard. It's the centre backs. But is that something Ollie cannot change? I only did it because that's stretching it too far. You know, I do demand that he changes. But then even if I do, it's not the name that everyone would think I'd remove. I would remove this clown right here. I'd rather play like that, to be honest. Just play
Dude,
10 men. I'd rather
We
play
would
10
all
men.
remove that clown.
Yeah. I mean,
We'd all remove that
instantly,
clown.
if this is our defense, it is so much better. It is like
Yeah.
that is that
That's
now
a
that
lot
team
more
there
confidence.
is
It's
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
If you see that team there, I would be like wow. I would be like, you know what, Ollie, you play that team constantly and you actually give them a chance. I would back you.
Yeah.
I would back, but you won't do that, so I know I'm wasting my time.
It's a lost cause.
Yeah.
Lost cause. Ollie's not
Sad
interested.
stuff.
Yeah,
Ollie
it's
doesn't
not
require.
interesting. And that crazy thing is like, yesterday, if there ever was a time it showed how slow our centre backs were, it was yesterday, you know. And I understand. Actually, you know, what, you bring Maguire and Axel, I'll be happy also. You know, I'll be like, you know what, fine, fair enough. But you need a fast centre back next to either one of those guys. My personal favorite is Victor. You guys make your own mind up. I know you guys, you know, we all don't like Maguire, so that's just what it is. It is what it is with that team. And then another point is
Like,
that yeah.
I just feel like we need to bombard them offensively because
Yeah.
Liverpool didn't beat them because they sat back and countered. They beat them because yes, West Ham's a good team, but Liverpool just have too much for them offensively, and we definitely looking at the names have that. So we need to take advantage of that in this game. That's what we need to do in these small games. We need to say we can win most of these small games because we have better offensive players, but we don't use them effectively enough.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I'll be like, is this really hard to do? Because it's not. It's just picking them. It's not hard to do. You pick them. Just pick them. We've never seen.
And, you know,
Sounds
Never.
worse.
I can't. I
Like
think
it's-
it was probably maybe one time he ever picked a perfect lineup. Once. I can only ever name you once that Ollie has picked 100% the perfect lineup that we all wanted. I can't really think of many answers. Like, when have we ever said I wouldn't change anything about that team? There's always something. There's always either one of the centre backs, one of the midfielders, you know, and that shouldn't be the reason you lose a game. But I'm just saying it's never perfect. It's never 100% you've given us the best chance of winning the game. There's always
Yeah.
something with Ollie. And Ollie,
Yeah.
you know, I want to address this as well because Ollie last night, you know, he came out and he said, I told you guys this, but we haven't said it on the show. But he said that if Marquinhos had bigger studs, you'd have been offside, and it's fine margins in football. I mean, I'm lost for words. That's a Manchester
It's a
United
theme this
man.
season. It's a theme this season. It worries me. Last season I was like, this team's improving. We're going forward. We're trying to build something, and I understood that. This season, it's excuses. So it kind of gives the image that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of options. No, I'm out of cards, and that's a problem because he seems to be making an excuse for every single game, and you shouldn't be doing that as Manchester United manager. You never get Klopp, Pep doing those type of things.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, Claire, what are your thoughts on that comment from Ollie?
Yeah, the comment just shows we're relying on luck. That's entirely what that says. On another day, he wears slightly bigger studs and he's offside. That's what we're hearing from the Manchester United boss in the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's like
Okay,
a
but no.
schoolboy level excuse. I'm not gonna lie.
Now that I think about it, he could be taking a dig at the rule as well. I'm not
I
trying to give him
mean,
an excuse or anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But
I was listening to Townsend during the game, and he was saying, if it's that close, should not just be left on side, you know, because what can you do as a player, you know? So maybe
That man's
taking a dig
literally
at that.
walking. I doubt it though. He just lost 3-1. I'm sorry. I would be salty at something
Yeah.
like that as well. He just lost 3-1 and there was an offside that's like that close. I think he was up.
You remove that goal anyways, and we still would have lost 2-1.
Yeah,
I mean,
we probably
yeah.
still lose
So in
3-1.
my head, it's freaking comical what Ollie says. You know.
Yeah.
It's freaking comical. That's the Manchester United manager, and he's complaining about studs and fine margins and
Yes.
things like that. There's two more other problems I want to address. Is that this one here, Alex Telles and Luke Shaw, because they're both, well, people I know majority of the fan base loves Telles, but honestly, where I am, I'd say if Luke Shaw is 100% fit, he's playing. I don't care. He has to play. Luke Shaw is by far, in my opinion, so far, way better than Alex Telles overall. At around 100%. And even his going forward game, Luke Shaw, this season has been great. It's been way better than what I've seen from Telles so far.
Yeah. One can say we're gonna need to play high fullbacks in this game, so why not Tedless? But then Luke Shaw's not bad at that, you know. I feel like it gets exaggerated how he's poor offensively. Luke Shaw is a good player. Personally, I think he should be starting in England, but yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe Chilwell is a decent player. Maybe Chilwell's better going forward. Maybe that's why he doesn't start.
Oh, he's way better going
But
forward. Yeah, he's way better going forward.
yeah,
I've seen Chilwell.
so I
Chelsea.
think
He's ridiculous going forward.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But defensively, we need Shaw. We definitely need Shaw. I think we saw that against PSG.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's got that recovery pace as well. Luke Shaw isn't slow. He's not this flat. He's not this fat, slow, can't defend, can't cross left back that our fans think he is. He's not. Because I tell you what, he's got more assists than Alex Telles this season so far. Defensively, it's not
He's
even
a-
a question about how much better Luke Shaw is compared to Alex Telles. And this is not a dig. Again, I must admit, this is not a dig at Alex Telles. This is just put respect on Luke Shaw's name. Put respect on Luke
He's a
Shaw's name.
smart defender.
Exactly.
I remember I was watching what's his name again? Something Dixon. He's a fullback. I'm getting his full name, and he was analyzing Wan-Bissaka's game. He said, "Yeah, he's a brilliant tackler, but sometimes if you in positional sense, you don't need to be making those tackles." And you were saying Wan-Bissaka needs to improve that if
I
there's
heard this
anything
on
we need to
Twitter as
improve
well.
defensively.
But it's the same thing I said. The only time we say defense, the positioning is a bit sketchy is when he does what? When he drifts in here to the centre backs. But why does he do
Yeah.
that? It's not him. It's tactics. If anyone if he's a United fan, which he probably isn't. He's probably just an analyzer, and I can understand why he made that comment. But we United fans, we watch every single Manchester United game ever, and we know why Wan-Bissaka drifts in. We know why he's left. He's not on the wing. It's a tactic to when he actually needs to protect these centre backs.
I hear you, but I feel like Shaw is really good at that.
No, yeah,
And
sure,
in
sure, yeah.
positional wise, he's brilliant.
Yeah. There is an argument for Luke Shaw that he is definitely a lot better. But then I would also argue is that Wan-Bissaka on that side, with the midfielder, not Donny on this occasion, but whoever is next to Wan-Bissaka in the midfield is not as good as Fred when it comes to helping out Luke Shaw and things like that. Like whoever's there is either Matt who's like drifting in to be a centre back, or freaking McTominay he's just not Fred. He won't help Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If you look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's always isolated, left alone if he has to deal with someone, and generally he does do it. So that's the only thing I would defend Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'd be like Luke Shaw probably gets arguably more help from the defensive midfielder on that side compared to whoever's partnered up with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Whether even be the wingers, because remember we haven't ever had a right winger. It's either Mata on the right wing or Greenwood, and they don't help.
Yeah,
Aaron.
that's a fair point.
So Aaron's just
And Rashford
he's
doesn't
one man.
either.
Exactly. So Aaron is one man on that side and locks it down. One man. I would say Luke Shaw, yes, as great as he is, and I love Luke Shaw and everything, but he definitely does have more help. He generally has a Martial, he generally has a Fred, he gets covered. So yeah, that's the only thing I would say for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But yeah, for me, I know it's unpopular opinion, but if Luke Shaw is fit, I'm 100% starting him over Alex Telles. But
Oh, definitely.
I can see in this game why Alex Telles will be important, because ideally what we want our fullbacks to do is drift into these spaces there. We want to see Aaron and then drift into these spaces. We want to see Pogba be up here, Fred to more Fred needs to cover this. He just needs to cover these two areas. Donny will do the same type of role. He will be in like a triangle. He will be in this triangle. He can hold that triangle. Bruno does what Bruno does. He'll be the pinnacle point. And, you look at that, and it's just tactics.
That's
Yeah, it's just tactics.
It
And
is.
you know what? If these
Way
two
too
get
much
beaten,
time.
they get beaten.
And
I mean,
that's it,
yeah.
good. And it's really sad because there's so many different things we can do. If you want just fullbacks to supply width, make fullbacks supply width, make Donny and Fred drop back a bit more to play more defensive roles to cover for the centre backs. But then the centre backs are overlapping past them, and now we're doing something crazy. And Pogba is nowhere to be seen. Bruno's behind Donny, and Fred's more advanced. And
Exactly. And the
Victor's
other
more
thing
advanced,
is,
Maguire's
the
more
other thing
advanced.
that I was thinking about last night, and I don't know if this is naive from me. You guys can tell me. But people were saying, because we want these arrows to do this, So let's just say, on transition, when we are attacking, the only people that will be back will be Fred, Victor, and Maguire, right? Those are the only people back. And people will say, as soon as that ball gets lobbed all over here, and Pogba's up, Donny's up, everyone, all these guys are up, you know, and they're hitting us on the counter. Then we go left with these two. People are saying we're gonna get chowed. Of course we're gonna get chowed. But like in my head, it's like, yeah, we get chowed, and we know we get chowed. It's a weakness because they don't have pace anyways. But why are they so high? Why is that line so high? Why can't they be dropped deeper? You know, Fred will be there as well to cover. You know, Fred will.
true.
Like, why can't we drop the line? It's. Are you playing offside? And even if we are playing offside, I mean, why are you playing off? You know, I can understand why you're playing offside because they're slow, so you're trying to catch them as much as possible. But you can always drop this line. Maguire and Victor don't have to be on the halfway line every time we can attack you, which annoys me. Especially Maguire. I don't know why
Maguire's on the edge of the box more than
That's what I'm
anything
saying.
else.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what
Ridiculous,
Maguire's doing.
yeah.
Drop them and Fred.
It's a ball rotation, but I don't know.
Exactly.
I think we should probably be a bit deeper because we don't have the pace, you know.
Yeah, we don't have the base, so you know. And like I said though, why are we always playing to cover for the weakness? Why are we just never playing to our strength? That's something in United you should do. You know, you should play to what you strengthen. You think Liverpool? Well, Liverpool. It's hard to say they don't have a weakness, but look Liverpool now with the injuries. You know, where's the weakness? Defense. Does that stop them from tactics? You know, does that stop them from trying to attack people? Because it doesn't look like it to me. It looks like the game plan and
I
the
guess
tactics are the same.
it's different type of managers because you look at Klopp. He came into Liverpool and he wasn't interested really in how the back defense was. He's like, I'm gonna play like this. I'll ship 50 goals and eventually we'll get the defenders. You know, and I guess the Liverpool supporters respected that.
I respect
You see
it as
Arteta
well.
now.
I thought, you know, with
See,
Liverpool's injuries, I was like, what's Klopp gonna do? But if fair play to Klopp, you know, he's like, I'm not changing it. I put the players, I coach the players.
I'll
They
give you
know-
an extra attacking
exactly.
player, actually. Let's
They're
go.
like, you know what? You guys know the levels of Liverpool. Why should it drop? You're a Liverpool player, aren't you? It shouldn't drop. And they still win games. You look at Pep. I think Pep, you know, he hasn't had like a real striker. You know, this man Aguero is dead. He's basically dead. He's dead. He's never plays. This guy's dead. They just don't have that striker. But does that stop Pep playing the way he wants to play? It doesn't. He might tweak it,
Yeah.
but it still
I
doesn't
get you,
play.
but I think Ole is just not the type of manager.
But that's
you
the
know?
problem.
And that's the thing. Here's the thing, though. We can go on. I've gone on about this. No, we should be playing more expensive. This is right. This is wrong. I don't know. You know, I feel like managers have their own style. Ole, as I said yesterday, he's more of a reactive manager. He likes to plan for the other team, and that's just him. And then I feel like we can't just say it doesn't work. You know?
No, it does. It just doesn't work consistently enough. Because then, like,
Yeah.
like,
Under Ole so far, yeah.
Like, look
I
at
mean,
PSG. PSG
that
knew
style-
what we were
I
going
mean,
to
the
do.
style of management specifically, not necessarily Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, because you know, look at PSG when we played them again. Like, if you were Tuchel, you're like, okay, these guys are definitely gonna sit back. They're gonna try counter-attack us. But we know, boys, if we attack them and we get that goal, their game plan's in the bin, and Oli can't change it. He can't. We know he can't. So,
Yeah.
I think this is like I said, it's not a prediction. It is a demand.
Yeah, I feel like Ole has a big problem of in-game decision making because when that happened, he should have changed this midfield, or he should have changed to not this midfield but to a diamond and change some players, and you know,
This is
Not embarrass himself.
I think this is how the midfield should have ended last night. Well, maybe okay,
Yeah,
besides Fred,
like-
because Fred was on the yellow.
maybe not Fred,
But
yeah.
Scott, you know, or Matic, you know, that's how the midfield
Yeah.
should have ended.
We always go on about tactics. This guy's a great tactician. This guy's that. But like, what you do in the game and the team you pick before the game has a
Just as
huge influence on what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And Ole needs to work on that. Like, he makes really funny decisions.
Yeah. The other problem is there. I put a question mark. Is what are you guys gonna do about Martial? Because you know, I'll give my opinion. My opinion is that I still play him. I do think, bar the finishing at the moment, Martial is doing everything right. It's just for the life of me, I have no idea what's wrong with Martial's finish. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I don't know. You know, all you can be speaking. You know, maybe I don't know something going wrong with Martial personally. I don't know. Maybe he's just not feeling it. Maybe the injury. I don't know. But by his finishing, like I said, you know, Martial is doing everything right, and the only reason, so for me, especially for this game, I don't think we need a Cavani. You know, I think, and again, like I said, Cavani can't play 90 minutes game in, game out for 3 games now. You know, so in my hands, you can play Mason Greenwood there, but personally, if it was up to me, I'd still pick Martial. But what are you guys doing, and how would you guys handle the situation with Martial?
Yeah, I feel like there's no one right answer. Different managers
Yeah,
manage
there's no
different ways.
right answer.
Some will,
There's no right answer.
yeah. Some managers will say, you're not scoring, I'm dropping you for Cavani. Some will say, play through it. For me personally, I feel like Cavani can't play so many games. We need to try to find a way to protect him. And Tony scored 20 goals last season, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I think we should keep playing him, and he'll score eventually.
I think people forget that Martial was actually he was voted our we voted him our best player of the year. He won that award,
Mm.
and now it's like it's like all of that's forgotten about Martial. It's just like
Yeah.
people
That's
are
football.
sick
That's
of
football
Martial.
for you.
Yeah.
That's football.
The only reason it
Bullshit,
hurts me
man.
also more is because again, it's personally one of my favorite players. If not probably my favorite player, bar Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba. They are my favorite players. So I really hate Martial because I love Martial. Yeah, I love him. But yeah, Clayton, what did you do? How would you deal with this Martial situation?
Right now, it feels like we just need Martial to just get that one goal. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I would be that man, just like Bruno. If we get a pen, just please,
To Martial.
just please.
I don't.
We need
Oh,
him to
it's so
get that one
tricky
goal.
because
Yeah.
if he misses, oh no.
Yeah.
Then
Okay,
it's
it's
like
like offer it to him. If he's feeling it, let him do it.
I wouldn't.
And if his confidence is
I
shot,
don't-
it's
I mean, the
It
perfect
depends how the score
opportunity.
looks.
Yeah, it depends how the score
It's
looks,
like-
I guess.
If it's like crucial,
Yeah, I think Bruno has to take it. It's under pressure.
No,
Bruno
I-
has to take it.
I would rather try get Martial's form going than worry about the results of a game. In all honesty, I think a player's form that's that instrumental to our formation and how we play. If we can get his confidence up, it's better for the long run.
Okay, so I put you in this situation, right?
Yeah.
We're playing West Ham. 92nd
Yeah.
minute, the last kick of the game. 0-0. We are 0-0. We get a penalty.
Yeah.
Same like the Brighton thing. You telling me you're gonna give it to Martial to go win the game?
Like I said, if
No
Martial's
way,
feeling it, I would tell
I'd be so
Bruno,
mad.
offer it to him. If he's
You-
feeling it, let.
No, but the
Otherwise,
thing
take
is,
it.
I
No.
don't think Martial will be like, yeah, give me the penalty. There's no way Martial is gonna be like, give me the penalty. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with Martial. There's no way Martial's gonna be like, yeah, I'm feeling it. Give me the penalty for my confidence. It'll be on you as a tactic to tell like, boy, I need you to do this for your confidence. Because I tell you what, if he does score the 92nd minute penalty and wins it, by all means Martial's gonna be feeling himself.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
he dare miss that
If
penalty.
he misses it,
Oh my god, the fan base
Yeah.
are going to lose their minds and
the
they
fan
will
base, the
absolutely
pundits,
kill
everybody's
Martial.
gonna finish him.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's a big risk reward, and you just need him to just feel that little bit of power in his ability, that confidence in his ability. Because if he's willing to step up to a spot kick, I think that says a lot about you wanting to just score the goal. You're feeding yourself. You
But
know
the
you
thing
can.
is also, we did give him the penalty in the Champions League. We gave him a penalty. Bruno gave him a penalty.
Like, I hear you guys, but like 91st minute, I'm sorry. Rashi's on the pitch, Bruno's on the pitch, let's say Cavani's on the pitch. They're all better penalty takers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We give it to Martial, not the right circumstances.
So-
But I do hear your point.
But I'd be saying, Clay, obviously,
Definitely
I
understand
want
both
you to
sides,
finish your point, but the only thing I'd say is that if you want to go down that route, I'll be like, I tell Bruno, if you're 1-on-1, and you see Martial in the corner of your eye, I beg you pass the ball to him and let him just try
You
it.
saw what he
again.
did midweek.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But I'd rather have that than missing a penalty. I cannot stand a penalty because there is no excuse. At least with the tap in, the ball could have bounced over. It could have been the wrong pace. Keeper could have made an insane save. I can understand. But I cannot do a missed penalty. My heart will be breaking.
Yeah, I definitely understand both sides.
But yeah,
Both
Clay,
sides.
finish it. But what would you play him in form? You gonna drop him? You give him a talking to? What you gonna do?
I think this game calls for a more skillful player, in all honesty. So I'd prefer
Skill
Martial
meaning
and
like
Monaco.
trickery, pace, or you mean
Yeah,
like just
also his dribbling ability, his trickery, all that good qualities of him that he still is showing that he still can do this season. And so like it's dropped off with his form. He's still a clinical dribbler, and we're going to need that to break through this low block because they are going to be playing a 5-back. They are going to be playing very physical midfielders that you're going to need to get past, and very physical centre backs that we're going to need to get past. And I don't think we can brute force with Cavani and Greenwood, and we're probably going to need the Martial Rashford if we are playing the 4-2-3-1.
the diamond, yeah, the diamond. But that's a very interesting point. I think we all are big fans of Martial. It's crazy that to think that Moloto's a big fan of Martial because we know Moloto loves his Harry Kane. We know loves that type of striker. So but yeah,
Hey, there's more than one way to do things.
yeah, there is more one.
I'm not the type of person who's like, You have to play with a proper striker, and that's the only way to do it. No, that's rubbish.
Because I've seen people again, they're saying like, what if we had Haaland yesterday? I mean, yeah, but then was Martial our striker yesterday? No. I mean, he's our left winger yesterday. You know, Haaland didn't even play our left wing. You know, Haaland wasn't
Yeah,
gonna get that.
there's, but
Happy.
there's
Haaland might
some
have scored the
games where
Cavani chance. That's what he would have done.
yeah, there'll be some games where the midfield's not amazing. The striker to drop back in and basically make something happen. And yes, or maybe Haaland's not a good example because he's a really talented player, but there'll be a striker of that sort who would just be isolated, you know? So there's more than one way to look at it.
Yeah. The other thing I was gonna ask you guys is that, do you think that would you because I didn't ask because I said this is in my opinion, this is my vision, this is my statement, this is my demand, but you know I think that's a bit unfair to. I don't speak for the United fans around the world. You know, I'm a humble guy. I'm one man. United has like hundreds and millions of followers, hundreds of millions of fans. So I'm gonna ask you two, you know, because you're part of the fan base. Is this what you would do? Would you play this time with these players, or would you go 4-2-3-1? Yeah, I wouldn't even say. If you guys say back five out, you know, you're violating. I'm just gonna kick you out. Just go down. But would you guys
Kind
play
of.
4-2-3-1? Would you play the diamond? What would you guys do?
I'd do exactly this. I like how this looks. I think Pogba interchanging with Bruno and galloping down the left. Fred just mopping up everything there. Donny just running the midfield. And
It
the
looks
threat
nice,
and
yeah.
pace of Rashford and Martial, it looks threatening. It looks like it would have smashed West Ham. So I'd love to see it.
That's what it looks like. This team looks like it's set out to go and absolutely annihilate West Ham. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, I'm a big fan of the 4-2-3-1. Like,
Yes, that's what
whenever I get a managerial chance in a game or something, it's 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I know,
nice,
I know. We
compact,
played Football
yeah.
Manager. I know Clayton loves his 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I love my 4-2-3-1 personally, and there was a lot of promise in the Fred Donny pivot.
Oh yes,
And
that's
I
very true.
don't
Very
know why we chopped and changed it immediately the next game after they just performed like that out of their minds. Then we can play Martial on the left. We don't have to worry
Yes.
about his goal scoring. We can play a 9. The closest we've got to a proper number 9 that isn't Cavani, which would be Greenwood.
true. Yeah,
And then we can play Rashford out wide.
very true.
We have the options there. That's not like we don't. So
Yeah.
I would like that because then it also goes to Ollie's tactical approach because he also favors the 4-2-3-1 clearly. And I don't know what it is about the diamond, but he's clearly off-put by it. And it doesn't seem like he can always get the best out of it consistently, which again is a big issue for him.
I'll be honest with you. There's only one reason I'm putting up the diamond. There's only one reason. I'll be honest with you, 100% honest with you. There's only one reason, and I think both of you know that reason.
Paul Pogba.
100%.
Yeah.
Because in my head it's like, how?
If he can get Pogba back into form, there's no reason why we don't play the diamond week in, week out.
Yeah, there is no reason.
But until
But the
Pogba
problem
reaches...
is, you know, Clay, like you said, I love your 4-2-3-1. Oh, your 4-2-3-1. I think majority of the fan base agrees. But Ollie's 4-2-3-1, God, no. Because you know,
Got
what- you
Matic,
know what the problem
Bruno.
is? You know what, if he does do the 4-2-3-1, in my opinion, the pivot is going to be Fred with either McTominay, Matic, or Pogba. It won't be Donny.
No.
That's the, I think like this is kind of, you know, he might play Donny, but we will guarantee probably get one of these two.
Yeah.
Unless he plays Matic, Scott, and Fred, which I'll just, you know, just throw it in the bin. Just, you know, take my tactics, my paper, throw it
Random-
in the bin.
Random fantasy question. If you were Manchester United manager, what shape would you play with this team?
This.
All players available. This one.
I'll show you. This is my team, boy. This is literally my team. Oh, remove Taylor's also. Yeah, you'll probably put Axel or whichever side. It doesn't really matter. And then obviously.
Whichever side they're more comfortable on,
Yeah.
which you would
Is it
actually
what?
know if
Is
you're a
it
United
Mendy?
boss.
His name is Mendy, right? I don't know if I
G.
spelled it right.
G.
Oh, G. Mendy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's my centre backs. I'll give you Lindelof. Yeah, that's my team. 100%. That's my team. Every week in, week
Clay-
out, until something drastically happens. That's my team.
Clay, what would you do?
I think I personally would run the 4-2-3-1.
Oh, we can do
I-
it. We'll do it. You know, it'll be a nice routine, right? Okay, well,
Sure.
tell me what to rub off because I don't. I'm getting the 4-2-3-1 is still a bad.
Okay. So, Mengi for Lindelof, I think. And Shaw and Tellers is always going to be a 50-50. I think that's going to dictate which game we're playing specifically. Because if we're playing a low block and they're just going to sit back, I'd rather have a Tellers that's going to try break them down 24/7.
Okay, so I'll put
And
so you
yeah,
just 50. It depends.
yeah,
On the
I
game,
would
yeah.
rotate them. And
Yeah, for me it
obviously
depends
Shaw,
on the game. But if
yeah,
you ask me for
yeah,
my
100%.
best team, it's probably sure.
Yeah, it very much depends on the game. Because I wouldn't want to go up with the Liverpool with the Tellers performance against PSG.
Yeah.
Honestly. And then I would definitely go 4-2-3-1. Sorry, Roy.
Yeah, no, I know that. I
Make
know
that
that.
difficult for you
That's fine.
with everything.
Aaron Wambasaka, you're not playing Brandon Williams, or you're not possible.
Yeah, definitely Brandon Williams. My first choice, right back, boys.
So, yeah,
I've
so
seen
you're-
the lights. I've seen the lights.
I'm gonna put Bruno there. I mean,
Yeah, it's going to be a Bruno, Donny, Fred.
You see, this is the right one.
Yeah.
Excuse my antagonist. But yeah.
Martial to the left, Rashford to the right, and Greenwood or Cavani to the center.
Yeah, so you get you get the, I'm lazy. You get the picture. But yeah, Moloto will start with this, also. So
Yeah.
but let's finish on Clayton's, right? That is the best 4-2-3-1. And like I said, depending on whatever it is you play Cavani or Greenwood. I fully back Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
And yeah, but like I said, there's only one issue I have with this team, and that's that there is no Paul Pogba personally. But that's my opinion. That's why we all have an opinion. Is that the only, like, if Clayton was manager, I'd be like 100% that team. But I'll be always thinking like, how can Clayton get one of my favorite players in the team?
Yeah,
How can he
exactly.
get Paul Pogba into this?
But again, until Paul Pogba is
Yeah.
proved
No,
to
yeah,
be
but
something
yeah, obviously
good
Paul
for us,
Pogba.
he's only been a liability this season. He's genuinely
Yeah, he's
only been a
been
liability
liability.
this season. So
Yeah.
right now, in my mind, he doesn't get near the first team right now. Until he does something magical, he's chowing bench, unfortunately.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malot, what do you think of Clayton's team?
Yeah, no, I think
It's the right.
I'm not completely on the front three. I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling Mason Green a lot. But then form-wise, that's justified. Form-wise, it's justified. So I think, and yeah, I think that'll be a shot for Mengi as well. But besides that, I think this is the best way to play the 4-2-3. Definitely with Fred and what's his name again?
Donny.
Yeah, with Fred and Donny.
Yeah.
No other way.
Now, I'm very interested in this one because I left it out for last for a good reason. Because Malota always says he wants to see a future plan. He wants to see future things. Malota, you manager of Manchester United. Let's hear your team. I am very interested. Starting with any information you want, because we've never actually heard Malota say what he likes.
Yeah, you guys, I might shock you guys. I'm going for 4-3-3. 4-3-3.
4-3-3 straight.
4-3-3 straight. Definitely Shaw.
I'm very excited. I have to rub off everything here because I genuinely don't know what Malota is going to do. I genuinely don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, the fullback. What you changing from this fullback?
From the back line, I'm just putting in Mengi for Lindelof. Actually, no. Keep Lindelof. We need some experience. Keep Lindelof.
Cool. Okay, yeah, Lindelof. So yeah, Victor. All faithful Victor. Like I said, if it was me, the only reason I'm putting Mengi is because I'm sick and tired of both the centre backs. But I would put Victor Lindelof back in for experience. But for one game, I just see.
Yeah, no.
I show the fans. I'm like, and if I show the fans and the fans are like, okay, Mengi is in, Mengi and Axel, they're just saying it. I'm like, fine, Victor, come back in. But yeah, that fullback.
And I think playing Mengi and Axel is pushing it. It's nice for the future, but then it's just way too risky.
Yeah.
In the holding, yeah, you guys might disagree with this.
Left back, wait, who are you going with left back?
Oh, definitely Shaw. Taylor's is good, but I think Shaw is more of an all.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, unfortunately, this is my favorite formation, to be honest with you. This is my favorite.
This is the best formation.
This is the best formation by far. In my life, this is my favorite formation. I fucking love this formation.
Yeah. No, it's the most expensive in my opinion.
Yeah.
In the holding position, Matic. I feel like he's way more experienced at doing it. Fred
Do it.
Fred is more tenacious, but I feel like if I have to trust someone to hold and drop back and protect those two, it's definitely Matic. and I think it did it to excellency in that period where we went on a losing
the
run.
only reason I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, because when you say Matic, I was like, oh no, you're gonna get chopped. But then
Don't
if you have
care.
if you have Axel, there's some hope. If there's Maguire and Victor, there's
Yeah, I
no
know.
hope. There's no hope.
Yeah, I think Victor Lindelof is slightly quicker than Maguire, and I
No,
think
yeah, he
Axel
like-
is pretty quick.
yeah. So yeah.
You're gonna be mad at me for this, but no Pogba, Donny and Bruno in the box-to-box positions.
I mean, I kind of
The
figured that.
disappointment.
I kind of Okay. I like the team so far. I think my only yeah, well, I'll get to that, but yeah, finish it.
Yeah. And then the front three, the OG front three: Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, and Martial to the middle.
Okay, now.
That's what I would do.
Now I have problems. Or not. Now it's problems. Well, actually, there might not be problems. Unless I see if you were hypothetically the manager. Right, let's address this thing. Let's just quickly.
What would happen here? Can I just say something? What would happen?
Yeah,
here?
of course, you're the manager.
We would ship a lot of goals, but I will make sure we definitely score more than we can.
No. No, no. Okay, how are you gonna play that? Are you gonna play tiki taka? Are you gonna play from the width, cross it in?
Nah, a lot of work, very direct. You can't be playing tiki-taka at Manchester United. That's not how we do things. So, if I have to pick a team, I think it would look like much like Chelsea. Very direct, very quick on the wings, and yeah, just use what we have to our disposal. Use our offensive ability. Use Donny's ability on the ball. Use Bruno's creativity to its max. And I feel like if we do that, Martial gets way more goals. He gets way more simple goals, and we see the best.
Yeah. Now, on the top of my head, if you were the manager of Manchester United, right? The back four and things I don't have problems with. I do have a problem with Matic as the lone holding. I think that's the whole reason Oli doesn't do this, is because no one trusts Matic to do that role alone at this age, That's the only concern I have there. Donny, Bruno, it is what it is, I understand you both, you guys need Pogba to prove himself, which is fair, fine. It's fair. I don't disagree. I think I love Donny and Bruno both. Boy, this one.
I knew this was coming.
This one here, I've got big confidence about. This guy, he better be putting tap-ins all day to Martial, and he better not be doing that cutting and shoot 90% of the time. Otherwise, I will come to Old Trafford and suplex you if I see an uneducated Marcus Rashford. But I trust you. I trust you to get the best out of Rashford that time. Martial, it is what it is. Mason.
Because again, I think we have the same fears here, Shoni. I think the wingers' creativity is very much lacking when it's in the system like this. They're very selfish. They want to go for the goals themselves. They don't want to create those clear-cut chances for Martial.
Obviously,
Martial
Martial can
create
coach
chances
them,
for
but in
Mason
my head,
Rashford.
on top of my head,
Yeah.
naturally they're going to want to do this.
Yeah, naturally they're going to cut inside. And we've seen at this point, Rashi holds his width on the right, he'll look for the ball, and Martial holds his width on the left and looks for the ball. So why not just play?
What I
Mason
say is,
and,
if like
mix it up, yeah.
so now let's just say if I was assistant to Maloto, right? I was assistant manager. I would be
Okay.
like, boy, I love your team. Matic, okay, you set in stone. Matic, he's your guy. I'd say Fred, but I set in stone.
Yeah.
Right? But Maloto, just tell me what you thought of this team, right? So obviously, I know you love Matic, but if I was assistant manager, you still have the right. You can oversee everything. I'll put on my team and you tell me what. Right? I would put Fred if there ever was a guy I would trust in the whole league. And take a chance. I would trust Fred there. Right? Just remove Martial there. Let's remove Mason there. And then I would do this. So you tell me what you think of this. I would put Tony there. I still would put Rashi there. And then between here, it would be either Cavani or Mason. Because obviously Cavani can't play every game. Now that's your 4-3-3. But now what do you think of it?
I don't know. It can work, but I don't like it. I feel like I want
Why don't you like
Martial's
it?
hold
That's
up in the
better
middle.
question. That's why I don't.
Because I feel like for a good positional offensive play, I think Tony will be an asset in the midfield, in through the middle with his hold up.
Okay, but then
And-
because I'm assistant, I would counter argue. I'd be like, but we've seen Cavani. Has Cavani not done that job as well? Like since he's come, he's kind of done it.
Yeah, he's been okay with it, but I think Tony's better. And honestly, I think Tony's best position is through the middle. I think people might disagree, but I feel like yes, we still get the dribbling, we still. It's not like we lose the dribbling that he has in the left. You still get it there. We have the hold up and we have the goals. So I think he's on number 9. He has that shit for a reason, and I think that's where we should be playing him.
Okay.
Rashford, yes, Rashford is a bit of a problem, but I feel like in the right system, you can coach him. You know, like just tell him to pass more. You know, don't be as selfish as he is. And I feel like if you're playing with
just that, yeah.
if you're playing with Shaw and Wan-Bissaka a bit high up and Match is dropping back, I trust Match to do it way more, to be honest. I feel like the problem with him not playing is more on Lindelof and Maguire and not necessarily on Matic. Because I think when Match was playing that position, he was brilliant. Even when, maybe besides the Spurs game, but like I feel like I didn't see him put a foot wrong. So that's definitely what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair enough.
But a big thing that Martial offers at the width is that creativity. I get that we're missing it through the middle, but then we're looking for goals to the right and the left. So why not just play a proper number 9, like you like it? Play a Mason, play a poacher, play someone who's going to get on the end of Rashford's balls, play someone who's going to get Martial.
Let's
just switch up the role, like, hypothetically, and you imagine. Now I'm director of football. Like we don't have a director. Let's just say I'm Ed Woodward now, boy. And I go to your desk in the morning of the transfer window, and I said, I bought you Harry Kane. What are you gonna do? That's your striker. That's your striker that I wanted you to get. I can tell you now, I probably won't see Tony there.
Yowza.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you for Harry Kane.
Oh.
I didn't. There was more pressing positions I wanted to address in the team. So I don't know why you bought me Harry Kane.
He's gonna throw his toys. He's gonna pull it on. He's just gonna throw his toys.
Look, guys, I just think Rashford scores from the left. I think he scored 20 goals from there, and I think we need to improve his game, not just completely move him from there. I don't want to lose those goals.
We are improving his game. We're broadening his game, to say the least. He's getting assists
guys,
now.
You can't say that though.
Assists.
It's been like 2 games. I'm sorry, guys, but it's been like 2 games.
I'm sorry, but it's promising. It looks great.
You're arguing 2 games. I'm arguing a season of 20 goals. I feel like I win this argument.
Consistent 20 goals at that. A very
20 goals nonetheless.
He fell
How
off
many
a
people
cliff
scored 20
during
goals in the Premier
lockdown.
League? How many people scored 20 goals in the
Okay, a
Premier League?
lot actually. And if you can make it multiple seasons in a row, then it's impressive.
Maybe last season, but I feel like there's only an elite group who are in that bracket. I can get 20 goals to my team. And based on last season, he did that, playing on the left. All I said it time and time again, he's very good and coming off the left and playing as a second striker. And I feel like we can improve how much he assists, but I feel like that's his position. We just need to improve it. And Martial, I think he's best to the middle. He's got 20 goals there as well. And I think the only problem, maybe Greenwood is not a right wing. And I feel like it's maybe make do until I would buy a right wing.
Yes, but I didn't get your right wing, unfortunately, like Oli. I got you Harry Kane.
Yeah, got you, Harry.
And I'd make it work. What can I do?
No, but I think you'll end up with that.
You're bad football director.
Let's just say there was no Cavani, and I got you Harry Kane instead of Cavani. Would you make that your front three now? Would this be your front three now? If I got you Harry Kane.
Logically, it has to be. It's not what I would want, but logically, it makes the most sense. It's the most balanced.
Okay, so what you're saying is you just don't rate Cavani as much as Harry Kane, and that's the only reason you play Martial there.
Yeah, I guess.
Because that's what it sounds like. Because, like, you know, technically Cavani, Harry Kane, you know, they're goal scorers. They're goal machines, you know.
I would make it work because it's a big investment, you know. He'd be the poster boy. He'd be the future of Manchester United. Harry Kane is coming in. He has to start. Cavani's at the end of his career, you know. I can manage Cavani on the bench.
Cavani's the number 6.
It would be.
You know, now if I'm 8 and I'm like, why is my star boy sitting on the bench? Come on. And I also tell you,
I don't think it would do that.
But that's the thing. I think it does. You know, they do care about it. That's why I think, you know, Paul Pogba is such a big problem at United, because like Ed Woodward, the board, and everyone will be like, why isn't Paul Pogba, you know, Cavani? Why aren't they playing? They are the star players in this team. It's crazy that the analogy I was going to use is in Football Manager, because in Football Manager when you sign a player, they tell you that, like, I want to be the star player, which means they fucking have to play every game. And all of a sudden, when you try to bench them for one game, the board, the fan, everyone's emailing you like, what's wrong with you? Your job is on the line. And I'm like, I didn't play for one. And it's like, oh no.
I'm the manager. I'm the manager. I make decisions. Cavani is old. He's
He's
here for
old,
me.
but the
He's
Premier
here
League's
to
not good enough.
he's here to come off the bench and make an impact. He's not the future Manchester United. When Harry Kane comes in, he's of a decent age. He's been playing in the Premier League. He's done it. He's proven himself, and I feel like he represents more of the future. And I feel like
how
I'll be.
about how about I get you someone who are also linked, right? Let's say I didn't get you Harry Kane. What if I got you Werner?
Yeah, awesome. I think he'd work brilliant in my system. So I'd probably do that.
Will you play
Happy
Werner
to
away?
do that.
Up front.
Yeah, you can play on the left, you can play
I'm
on the
playing
right,
Werner
you
up
can play in the
front.
middle.
Ideally,
It seems
ideally,
like the only
this might be
reason-
outrage. This might be outrage. Ideally, I'd want Werner and a left winger, and bench either Werner or Martial, and they would rotate. That's what I would do in my team.
Oh, well, let's look back here because now my brain is confused.
Yes.
So okay, let's just say I got you Werner. I got you Werner somehow.
Werner starts. Werner starts.
So Werner's here. So now you want the left winger.
Yeah. Since you're saying Rashford is not a good left winger, with that argument that Rashford is not an adequate.
You're the
left winger,
manager. No, this
let's
is your
think
idea
about-
right now. This is your idea now.
Yeah. If you're asking me,
Go.
I'd play Rashford.
Turn.
I've said,
So
I've
you play
defended.
Rashford
I've
at-
said,
Tony
I
gets
think-
straight up dropped then.
Yeah,
Tony
remove
gets
Tony.
dropped.
Put
Tony out
Rashford.
of your team until Werner gets injured, basically. Is that the plan?
Yeah. Remove Tony. Put Rashford on the left.
And then Greenwood then.
Yeah,
This is
there's
the
a
problem. Exactly, this is the
There's a
problem.
problem. There's a problem.
Why are you getting fired? Because honestly,
Okay.
I think that was the easiest solution. To
Okay.
But again, you know.
Yeah,
it's
Okay, no.
like-
Hey, it's my team. It's my
Okay,
team.
no.
It's my team. My team. It's my team. It's my team. It's my team. The more adequate thing to do, and it makes sense because it is our problem at the moment, is to get a striker and a right wing.
Oh no.
That's the more adequate
Oh
thing to do.
my god.
Yeah.
So now,
The more I think about it, that's the most adequate thing to do.
okay. So
So you just talked up Martial to this degree, and suddenly he's just dropped out of your plans completely.
I've spent 60 M's at a striker.
Not completely. I'm gonna rotate them. They're both gonna be my strikers.
He's
the
One's
problem
gonna
is-
be
number 9.
your number
No, but
one.
that's what I'm saying though. Like when Werner came in, I can tell you now, on his contract it said he needs to be playing at least 80% of the games.
Nah, no, not so.
Yeah, but you
I'm
had no,
becoming.
but the manager's got no say on that though. That's the problem.
I'm
He's
not
got no
gonna
say
do
on
it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but then you're
I'm
gonna
not
get
doing that.
fired.
I'm sorry. Then that's the risk I'm going to take because this is my team and it's my identity, and we're gonna
Okay,
play the way I want.
Okay, so I
And
put you
Werner
down.
and
That's
Martial
60.
are going to rotate.
Okay, so now you want a right wing as well.
No.
You want
Why
Jadon
not?
Sancho.
Jadon Sancho.
Oh my.
Why not?
Oh,
So
Why not?
that's 200 million. There you go,
There's
Shoni.
200
You had
million.
your job cut out for you.
there is no ways.
That works.
Yeah,
That works.
It
That works for me.
200 M's. And then you know what?
No, but-
you know what? This is the team,
You-
right? And now I was doing the RDA show. Now it's just me and Clayton, new manager of Manchester United, and we're doing the show. I'm tell Clayton, I'm like, Clay, why didn't he buy a centre back? And why didn't he buy a CDM?
Ah, no. The
No,
buying you
no,
brought up.
no.
You brought up the buying thing. You brought up the buying thing. I was saying if I have to, I'll make do because there's nothing I can do. And you were like, okay, but what if I buy you this, and that? Then I was like, okay, I'll get Sancho. So
I was like, we spent 102 million on
brought up the buying
Sancho.
thing.
Our front three was good enough. Now it's just overloaded. Now we have Greenwood and Martial and Kawhi and look, they're all on the bench. They're all on the freaking bench. And we
Obviously-
still don't have a CDM. match.
obviously, if you have to look at it from a general point of view,
From the
yes,
manager on board.
there are some more pressing. If you're not saying what attack am I buying you, if you're saying what players am I buying you, then sure, there are more pressing positions. Centre back is a worry. I mean, we're playing Axel and Victor Lindelof. So I would make do. Back to the first argument, I would make do with the front three I have.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of fun. I won't lie to you. I think if any of those situations happen, I would stress for my friend Molota's job at United. I would stress.
Clearly, I'll be the most controversial manager all over. That's what's happening here.
Yeah. And it all just came down to our front three. I was like, okay, I could do with the rest. But then the front three was like, oh no. I was like, oh.
But what I will guarantee you guys, we're going to be playing some high fullback football if I was manager of Manchester United. So
But
happy.
at this
55,
point,
score 7.
but at this point, you might as well
Work.
just, with all your strikers, you might as well just play 4-2-4 once and put Marshall also there with Wenger. 4-2-4 is
4-2-4
true
doesn't have the width.
defense. It will have the width.
It doesn't work.
It'll
It doesn't have the box to box that I want. It doesn't have the width. The only way, the I feel like to get the best offensive play, you need those box to box midfielders, and you need width. That's why Pep plays it. That's why Klopp plays it. That's why any really a top manager who wants to play offensive football plays 4-3-3.
Yeah. Well, boy, you made me spend 200 million on your front line. So.
And I'm not gonna get that if I'm managing.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's an X.
yeah. So yeah, so it's a proper X. But yeah, it's a little bit of fun to end off the show. I think that's great. We sidetracked a lot, but it is what it is. The end of the show, as always. Score predictions for Man United versus West Ham.
Let me actually say this before we get into it.
Yeah, well,
We haven't beat West Ham at home since 2017.
oh no. Oh no.
We have not beat West Ham in the London Stadium since 2017.
Oh no, boys. Ah.
The last time we were there,
Yeah, we
last
drew with
season
them
with
last
Ollie,
season.
we lost 2-0.
No, we drew.
No, that was at home. The reverse
Really?
fixture we
Oh
lost
yeah,
2-0.
it was. Oh, it
Yeah,
was.
The
Yeah, no,
reverse
I
fixture
remember.
we
That.
lost
And
2-0.
I think Mourinho lost 3-1 or something. And was playing Scott McTominay
Yeah, in
right away.
2018.
That was a dog game.
And then that was a 0-0 before that, and then in 2017 we won 4-0. We are not in the best form against West Ham, and West Ham are in stellar form, and it's scary.
Yeah. Alright, boys. Let's hear it, boys.
Okay, should I go first?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Look, we need to pick the right players. I feel like that is the determining factor in this game. I feel like if we do that, we have enough. West Ham are a good team, but we're Manchester United with better players. So I'm gonna go for 2-1 United.
Okay. 2-1 win. Christopher.
I'm just scared.
I know you actually not. I'll leave Clayton go first. I'll go second, right? Yo, stuff. If we played my team, I back us to win. If I play the team Ollie's gonna play, which is probably a 4-2-3-1 with like Fred and Scott again, I don't see us winning. So if I have to give an honest prediction, in my head, thinking what Ollie's gonna do as well.
That's X.
The hesitation's making me worry.
2-1 loss.
Yo, nah, mate, nah.
That's what I think.
Who's
about.
better between West Ham and Southampton? West Ham.
Oh, I just closed the table, but I think they high.
West Ham are higher, yeah. West
yeah,
Ham are
higher now. Yeah.
Southampton 6th. They should like on top of each other.
I know. I fear Southampton. I hear you.
I also fear.
Yeah.
But the thing is, also Southampton did put 2 past us. They did put 2 past us. So
And we ran.
I always say the same thing. I say anyways. I don't trust the defense. That's why we conceded 2 goals, and I trust Bruno Fernandes to get some.
To come back.
Yeah.
Let's just hope.
No, yeah, we were just lagging, but we got what you had. You're back now. You're back now.
Another thing about West Ham that we have to take into consideration, they've actually scored more goals than us this season.
No, yeah, definitely. They have been firing. So.
It's only 1 more, but they've scored more goals than us. And they've gone up against City, Leicester, and Liverpool, and they've only conceded 11.
This is not an easy as it seems.
This is nowhere near an easy game.
So Clay, we know you're a
They-
West Ham fan, so I'm expecting a West Ham win, yeah?
I hate this feeling, because I know United can win. I know we should win.
No, we all know we can win. And we all know
Yeah.
if I predict a loss, we're going to win. I'm telling you.
If we play a 4-2-3-1 with 2 defensive midfielders, we're going to lose or draw. I do not see a world where we win if we play a Matic and a Fred or something. We're done. If we play a Scott and a Fred again, we're not moving forward. We're regressing again, and we're going to end up losing. If we play a productive 4-2-3-1, a productive 4-1-2-1-2, we can win this game. The game's there for us to win. It's going to be a tough game, but we can definitely win it. and I'm just I don't know if I fully back Ollie to get it right. That's the thing as well.
I swear to God, it's like, it's like life or death, this question, but it really
Yeah.
isn't.
It feels like it is, because United, they're everything. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
think I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
know,
leave
guys.
it. I don't back Ollie to get it right. I think we end up drawing 2-2.
Jeez,
I'll
man,
leave
I
it.
wanted you to give it to Truro.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking about it.
I don't know.
I'll meet in the middle.
I hear
I'll
you guys, I
say
just
we get
think-
a late last minute equalizer or something, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I'll put this though. I'll say, I put this by Ollie's team. They picked my team, I think we'll win. You went up. Shut it.
No.
Shut it.
I think if we come out being the aggressors, we win this game.
Yeah.
But if we come out playing scared in the slightest,
Yeah.
David Moyes is gonna hand us.
Boys, all I'll say is if I manage my if he picks my team, we winning that game 3-1. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, no. I feel like the selections is very important in this game.
Yeah. As you guys can see, Glazer's out. It is what it is. But yeah, boys. I think it's been a good show. We addressed everything we addressed yesterday. To summarize, yeah, we addressed yesterday. We addressed this game. We addressed, how we would love to see Manchester United. Some very controversial.
Fancy United.
Yeah, Manchester United. Well, yeah, boys, it's been a good show. Is there anything else you guys want to say before I end it off?
We can't lose this game. If we lose this
We
game,
can't.
it
It
just
is a
epitomizes.
must-win, yeah, it
It's
is a
West
must-win.
It
Ham.
epitomizes Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
It's West Ham.
Just-
They were nearly relegated. This should not be a game where we're like, okay, this is gonna be tough. Manchester United, this is a relegation candidate. No,
Yeah.
guys.
It'll just epitomize Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's problems, really.
I think it's sackable. Honestly, if you can't beat the ex-Manchester United manager with the worst team, it's
Yeah.
sackable. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's everything to say. It's a must-win. So yeah, go win it. Otherwise, I expect you to get fined. But anyways, I always expect you to get fined. Yeah, if you are new to the channel, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe. It's been a very good show. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here with us. Let us know your fantasy Manchester United team. How would you guys run Manchester United if you were in Ollie's shoes? Let us know your best.
Just to make something
Manchester
clear,
United team. Yeah.
I'm not dropping Martial.
No.
He will fight for the position with Werner. He's fighting with Werner. It's not that I'm shunning him out. I just want to make that clear.
Let us know. Actually, also let us know. We both had our CVs. There. Us three had our CVs. Let us know who you would like to manage Manchester United out of us three. Let us hear it.
Mm.
Let us hear it.
If you want to be entertained every week, it's me.
I
putting
don't
that
know
out there.
about that. If you guys want to win things,
75
it's me.
Oh.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments down below. Please do. Like, honestly, I would love to know who you guys would choose as a United manager between us three. Or even none of us. Just tell us we're all shit and we should just go back 5. To let us know also that. And yeah, we shall check you match action against West Ham on Saturday. Yeah, so see you then, boys.